So, Luke Westberg. Yes.
Yes.
Sorry for not giving you a chance to talk. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Excellent. You've got some shows coming up.
Yes, I do. And they are at Reno Improv. The first two are February 22nd and March 22nd.
Okay.
Yeah, so Reno Improv. I know Austin has performed there before, but since last July, they've had this monthly open mic. Well, basically, they're known for improv, but then they had this stand-up class, and then they decided to throw an open mic for their students. And then it was a great success, like lots of people coming.
Excellent.
Great performers. So then they kept doing it, and then they asked me, like, hey, we kind of want to have like a monthly showcase. Would you be willing to like set all this up? I'm like, yeah, sure.
Wonderful. What day of the week is the open mic? You said it's once a month.
Yeah, so it's like the third Friday of every month is the open mic, and the fourth Friday of every month is the showcase. So I believe it's the 15th of this month is the open mic, and I know I'll be on that. I don't know if... Did you sign up, Austin?
I asked Aurora, and I think they have it filled up.
Okay, are you on March or April?
Think April.
How many people per open mic?
It's like 12 people. They get 5 minutes each. Yeah, I've done it.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, I've done it every single.
No.
Don't worry. There's no like winner at the end. There's no bar.
Good.
Yeah.
12 people, 5 minutes, third Friday of each month.
Really,
what is going on?
So really, the only incentive to performing is the fulfillment you get as an artist.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, it's not all corporate, and it's not all like big wig like it was at 3rd Street. We were selling out every week.
But it's a really small room, and I don't know, the crowds there are just really awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're just ready to laugh.
Is
and
it
it's
a lot of people? I mean, I've seen it. It's on Wells, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
like last month it was standing room only, so
nice.
there was about 60 people in there. So
Awesome.
in a small room, it's, yeah.
Have either of you guys participated in the improv portion of the...
Yeah, I actually started improv class, last month in January.
Okay.
Yeah, I had never really done improv before, but it's actually a lot of fun.
Cool. Very cool.
And like the best stand-up shows I've had, or if I go to an improv class and then I go to stand-up, I'm just like firing off.
You're sharper because...
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
It really works out your mind.
And I've always wanted to take improv, too, for that exact reason, just to speed it up. I know that I got better as a comic from hosting, but being able to think on your feet and actually participate with other people and just continuing the stories. Like
Definitely.
I've always wanted to... Are a lot of people signing up for the improv part?
Yeah, like I'm in the level 1 class and we have 18 people, and that was the maximum number. And I know they're starting another level 1 class in March, and I believe it's $175 for maybe 8 weeks or something like that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I think it's well worth it.
How many levels?
I believe there's 4, and then there's like maybe a master's level, and when you're at that level, you actually perform on their shows and stuff like that.
So similar to Second City format, similar to even our local utility players format, as far as their tiers, and that makes sense. So the better you get at it, the higher up you go, and that's cool. That's very cool. Now, talking specifically about the stand-up, you've got some flyers here. You've got some shows coming up. Tell us a little bit about that. Tell us about your headliners, all that stuff, man.
So it's called Dead Panda Comedy Night.
What's that a reference to?
Well, it's a reference, like I was describing what style of comedy I do. I said, I play like songs, and then like I have some crazy like manic bits, and I also do a little bit of like deadpan delivery.
I get it now.
Well, okay, and then the girl was like, "Dead Panda delivery?" I'm like, "No, deadpan."
Deadpan.
So
Dead Panda delivery.
I said it wrong. Like,
that's awesome. Yeah. No, I
made it cute.
And X.
Right.
And that panda.
It's like that terrible joke I told last week. If you say "raise up lights" and you say it really fast, it sounds like an Australian saying razor blades.
Say it really quick.
Raise up lights.
$15.99.
Raise up lights.
Yeah.
Raise up lights. Yeah,
I can hear it.
It's a terrible joke. It's such a dad joke. Sorry, Dad.
Okay.
So, tell us more about Dead Panda delivery.
Our first headliner is super funny guy, Chris Tinkle.
That's awesome.
He's a comedy writer. He has like a 3rd album coming out soon.
Yeah.
He's done USO shows, been on Netflix, written for Comedy Central, so he's so funny.
That's a great poll too.
Yeah, and then we have like I'll be hosting, and then we have 4 great local comics: Sarah Rooker, Nick Taro, Michael Graham. He's newer to town.
I don't know Michael Graham. Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
I know the others.
Yeah, he's just came into the scene like 3 months ago, 4 months ago, something like that. But he's been doing comedy for a while.
Sure.
I would describe his comedy as kind of smarmy. Maybe that's the best word.
Smarmy?
Smarmy. Yeah, kind of like aloof and kind of a jerk, but like kind of charming at the same time.
Kind of Tashi?
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Yeah?
Maybe a little Daniel Tashi.
Okay.
And he also has a podcast, Let's Get Dangerous podcast. I've been on there.
Okay. Everybody's got a podcast.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, I get that. That's very cool. This is
and
what I do, yeah.
also Aubrey Forston.
Of course, Aubrey Forston. She's going to be a guest on our show here later this week. Aubrey, of course, also a host of a fantastic trivia night around town.
Yeah, I've never been to that.
I've heard nothing but great things.
Okay.
And I guess, is that always at the same spot, or no, it moves around?
I think she's doing a few right now.
Okay.
She's been doing shays for a while on Sundays, and I think she still does Jubs. I think they moved that to Mondays.
Okay. Oh, very cool. Yeah. And that's not the only show you got.
Yeah. So we already have one all set up for March as well.
I love that you have 2 booked already.
Yeah, and
way more organized than I ever could.
Yeah, I also have people lined up for April, but I can't announce any of that.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
But yeah, so for March 22nd at the Reno Improv, we have Nick Larson. He's a dude from Sacramento. He's like amazing at crowd work. Like he could just do an hour of that, honestly.
I think we had him at 3rd Street once.
Yeah,
it's quite possible. I'll have to look at my lists, but yeah, I know him. I've met him before.
Yeah, and of course he has a podcast with Saul Trujillo.
Saul Trujillo.
Yeah,
Saul Trujillo.
Yep.
Oh, him and him, that's right. They have a podcast together.
Yeah,
that's right.
Joke Me Off podcast, I believe. That's not a pun. That's
I know.
And
tell me about some of the other entertainers on this.
Okay,
this March
so we have
22nd
Katie Welsh. You guys probably
I know Katie.
Okay, you know her. Yeah, I met her at the Improv. And then JJ Will, he's
Sac comic.
I believe he's from Oakland.
Okay.
Yeah, and he has a different style of comedy. It's more like a stream of consciousness. He doesn't write any of his jokes down. He just talks.
Goes.
And yeah.
Okay.
So like I respect that. And then we got super funny dude David Gamble.
David Gamble Jr.
Yeah, Junior, of course.
Well, I don't know if he wants to keep doing that. I don't know. He wants to be his own man. Yeah, David Gamble's also really funny too.
Hosting Nick Jostin.
Hosting Nick Jostin.
Yeah.
And again, Nick will be he's been on this show a lot, and he will be here tomorrow with
hello.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, Nick Jost. I can't do his voice because only Nick can do his voice. Yeah. Maybe Paul Spock. He's a guest tomorrow. I'm going to have him do a deep voice competition tomorrow to see who can sound more and more like the movie trailer guy. So, with these shows, I see $10 in advance. Is price is different at the door? Tell me a little bit about that.
No, it's just $10 at the door. They will be getting like pre-sale tickets for March, but their system like isn't quite in place for that.
Okay.
But I believe it will be available mid this month. You should be able to buy tickets in advance. And
perfect.
If we'll see how this first one goes. If it fills up, we might have 2 shows a night. We'll see.
Do you have a website?
Well, right now, you can find us on Facebook or Instagram. Just search
at Reno Improv.
Oh, yeah, at Reno Improv and at Dead Panda Comedy.
Awesome. All right, well, we're going to go to our second commercial break here on the Rush Hour. Got plenty more with Luke Westberg, Austin Baca, Jolton Joe, myself, and Craig. Stick around, folks. Second half coming up. Hello and welcome to the second half of Rush Hour. I'm your host, Pat Shillito. With me, as always, Jolton Joel Soldano, Craig Stephen Moss, the only man in charge here at America Matters Media, and our 2 special guests, Austin Baca and Luke Westberg.
Hello.
Hello again.
Now, we've been talking a little bit about Luke's upcoming shows over at the Reno Improv with the Dead Panda Comedy Night. You've already had one showcase or two?
No, this is actually our very first two shows. Yeah.
Okay, so February 22nd, doors at 7:30, show at 8, over at the Reno Improv. That's their first show, the inaugural. 695 Willow Street, Reno.
And that's just off of Wells Street, as I talked to you during the break.
That's
like
right.
A block north of Juicy's.
Yeah.
Berg.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're near like,
or you can
like
use
Wells
the
and Plum.
internet. You might be able to figure it out there.
Maybe. I don't know. I did want to talk to Austin here real quick. Now, Austin, you're very familiar with this. Why? What?
What's going on?
So we can hear his voice.
Yeah, I do want to hear. He's got that soothing sounds of the 70s.
Yeah,
you know?
No, that's laryngitis.
Oh. Austin used to run an open mic right here at the Reno Town Mall over at Jimmy B's Bar and Grill, right over in the annex. That was him every Monday. He ran the open mic there. I used to think it was Brooke Elizabeth because
she had a big part in like keeping it kind of going and sort of being like a sort of the soul of it. I think.
Right.
Yeah, but she left town. You know, living in San Francisco now.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
with another comic friend of ours living in Sin. So that open mic is it still going?
They do open mics on Wednesdays, but it's like an all genre thing.
Okay.
Mondays just was not sustainable for me anymore. But I am planning on getting some more shows there again.
I was going to ask you about
doing
that
like,
if they had anything
doing like a
coming
monthly
out.
thing again.
Yeah.
I kind of want the winter to stop being cold and horrible for out of town comics. Because sometimes you'll run into that issue where
Very much so.
Weather's like winter storms just roll in like right on the weekend of a show, and
Yeah.
that puts
Personal experience.
throws a wrench in the whole wheel. So
It really does. And because of our location, any time of the year. I mean, you know, Carlos Rodriguez is a regular performer over at the Pioneer Underground. We've been bringing him here for years back in 3rd Street. Carlos and DJ Sandu, both regular performers in Reno and the world now. I mean, I think Carlos right now isn't even in the country. He's in Thailand.
Yeah.
Carlos was booked to be a headliner for a 3rd Street showcase. He's done it maybe 4 times, and he was going to do it a 5th time, but he couldn't because there was snow on the pass in May. You know, he was in Sacramento, and he couldn't get to Reno for his show that night. And I mean, he even left at a reasonable hour, but because of the weather,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's why
and that's not even in the winter.
I'd have I have backup plans for these shows. Like if
Good
Chris
call.
can't happen to make it, so
Yeah,
I'll
definitely.
call
Good
this dude Pat Shillito up and
Call him
he'll
up.
kill us.
Yeah,
He's a
I'm-
headliner if I ever heard one.
Yeah, that's
Totally.
more and more lies from Joe.
Or he has lines on his forehead.
Yeah,
Or something
absolutely.
like
It's
that.
all
I don't
stress.
know. Yeah.
Yeah, anytime you want. I'd love to come and help in any capacity. I was going to
Yeah.
actually ask you guys how you've been promoting the shows, too, since this show, the 22nd's coming up. Online campaign, are you...
Yeah, I mean,
You've obviously got flyers,
yeah.
which is more than what
I mean,
most comics do
just
when it comes
literally
to
a
promoting.
couple of weeks ago, I set up like the Facebook page and Instagram and
Solid flyer, too.
Yeah,
It's
and
got all of the...
yeah. I made it myself.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man,
with,
I wish I'd had you around back in the day.
Yeah, I'm okay with like Photoshop and Adobe programs, and
It's not too...
my first flyer looked pretty good, and then my girlfriend's a graphic designer, so she gave
that
me a few tips to organize things.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. And just I'm glad that you guys are doing it. Yeah, I'm happy to have you guys in here in the studio. Austin
Happy
kind
to
of,
be here.
you know, you and Austin here, Luke and Austin, it's nice to see someone carrying the torch for the local comics to just keep pushing shows.
Yeah, like there are a lot more comics lately, so we just need more opportunities out there.
Good.
Yeah, and
It
I
seemed
will
like
be
there was a drought there for a while.
Yeah, and I'll be performing at the Underground this Saturday.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Who were you performing with?
I believe it's Ada Rodriguez.
Okay.
She's been on like Last Comic Standing and Comedy Central.
Can't say I'm familiar with her.
Yeah, you would have to look up the website.
Okay, I can do that. Ada Rodriguez, but feature comics, you know of any of the other local guys you might be working with?
No, they haven't posted it online
really?
yet, so I'm not
Okay.
sure. Like even my name's not on there yet.
All right.
Because I think the guy that does it, I believe Sammy Solario, he helps with the website and social
Yeah.
media, and
He's in Vegas right now.
yeah, he's in Vegas. So
With his brother, Freddie.
Yeah.
Well, not his real brother, but they're brothers. Freddie is Freddie Correa is another comedian who's been He predates me in the Reno comedy scene. He's been here for a long time, but he lives in Vegas now. He comes back. He's a regular feature over at the Pioneer Underground. That's a good dude to know too. And Sammy and him are like this, son.
Okay.
So yeah.
You produce these flyers?
Yeah.
I'm totally impressed.
Okay.
If you focus,
I can do
I'll
it.
tell you why. Because I noticed Nick Jostin here. You put hair on him. Could you do the same thing to me in a photo?
Oh yeah,
Because
totally.
that's not his real hair, is it?
No, that's 100%
That's
pure
his-
Jostin right
Really?
there. Yeah.
It looks like a hairpiece.
You can tell him you said that tomorrow when he's our guest. That's great.
Good.
That's, in fact, now I know how to start the show tomorrow. So, welcome to America Matters Media. Joe thinks that's
He's
a
like,
rug.
it's all real.
Yeah, in that deep,
Well, mine's
deep
all real.
baritone. Oh, yeah, I believe it.
All one of them.
I believe it.
It's a nice. No, it's a very nice flyer. Very nice. I'm very impressed.
These are some of the things that
Very professional looking.
it's good to know.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, Austin, I think we've talked about this before, just as far as like the mechanics of like promoting a show and knowing like how to set it up and how to get people to come.
Mm-hmm.
A good flyer goes a long way.
Yeah.
And it, when it comes to promoting shows nowadays, comedians, performers of any kind, are expected to have a really strong social media presence, and not just on one platform, but Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Yeah.
I can't seem to wrap my own head
Well,
around that.
for that, I'd recommend getting like Hootsuite or Buffer. So with that, you
Yeah,
can
those are
post
two brand new words to me.
Okay. Yeah, so it's these two websites, and
Okay.
they also have apps, and you can create a post and then cross-post it on every single one of your social accounts. And if you want to make it like a little bit different between them, you
Can't
can
you
tweak.
already do that like within the apps themselves? Like
Yeah,
Twitter,
some of
Twitter
them.
allows you to post like
Yeah,
a Twitter
sometimes.
post on.
Yeah.
Same
well,
with
I like it
Instagram.
because you can like schedule all of them out and stuff
Oh,
like
okay.
that. So.
And it gives you like a schedule of when to release these.
Yeah,
almost
so
like-
I could.
It's almost like pre-programming it into like
Yeah.
a computer or
kinda what
something.
it
You can
sounds
do
like-
it months
Yeah.
in advance if you wanted.
Oh man, that would make a lot of sense
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
He needs to tell us about his audition for the short movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm very
Right.
interested in that. I'll tell you
Listeners,
why.
we have the most organized guest here. Luke brought topics. We haven't hit many of them, but yeah, go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, I'm interested because I have a granddaughter in Hollywood, and she's done many short films. In fact, she's doing pretty well in her career. I think she's 23 now. She just turned 23. Mm-hmm. But she started in TV when she was 12.
wow.
Yeah.
Humble brag. I like
We're
it.
hoping, we're supporting her. The whole family supporting her. We're hoping one day she can get us all out of hock.
She moved out to LA at 12 years old. That's crazy.
No, actually, she ran away at 12. She ended up in L.A. No, Sacramento. She was on a station.
It's right next to it.
CW31 in Sacramento. She worked for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you
But
go.
anyway, tell us about it.
Oh yeah. Well, I'd never really been in any kind of short film or anything like that. I'd done some stage acting, but I just saw this random Facebook post by like Take Two Performers Studio.
Okay.
So then I went out there, but the part is for like a college kid, and I'm 33 years old.
You don't
Are
look
you
it.
really?
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm 33.
you don't.
No way! You've never smoked anything in your life.
That's it.
33 years old.
He could play a high school
Dude,
kid.
That's what we're supposed to look like, Austin. No kidding.
Yeah, it's
That's what health is.
that's when you eat spinach once in a while. You
What
tend
is
to, like,
this? Another new word to me.
spinach,
What
kale,
is
new-
the spinach?
kale.
You know, he could play a high school kid in
Quinoa.
Chicago. Of course, we had a lot of guys 25 and 26 in our class when that was freshmen.
That's middle school. Middle school. So yeah, tell me more
Tell
about
us
it.
more.
Oh yeah, I just went in there and they had us read for 2 different parts. It's really not an interesting story. I don't know why I wrote it down other than just my age.
Did you get the part?
No, I should find out in a week or so.
Oh, you just did this.
No, I just did it this last week, so
Oh, no
I don't
kidding.
know.
Dude.
Have you ever shaved?
I did today. But,
You did?
yeah, but
shave
it's
for
like a
radio.
once a week sort of.
What's
You and
He shaved for radio.
A shave for radio.
shave for
yeah.
radio.
No, that's
Between
right.
you and Shillito, you razor blade with one blade to last you
Yeah,
guys a
I
lifetime.
shaved last week. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I haven't given Gillette or Schick much money in my lifetime.
No, that's okay. They need it
Yeah,
all
they're
for the
great.
lawsuit because
Yeah.
of PC culture. Speaking of PC culture and online rage mobs, what is that a topic about? Tell me a little bit about that. Where's the context on that?
Oh,
As a friend would say.
You know much about this, Austin? Or I don't know where you stand with.
Where do I stand on rage mobs?
Yeah, and peace. Well, it's like people get offended at like anything you say, and anymore it's like
We've talked about
people
that.
get
It's very
offended
common.
at. They're like digging into the past to try to be offended at things like.
Oh, like the director for the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. He lost.
Oh, yeah,
he
it's
lost
like-
his movie because they dug up tweets from like
2008.
years and years ago.
Yeah.
It's like Twitter was a very different place in 2008, and yeah, it's like you try to
Absolutely.
say things that are offensive just to get noticed. It's
Oh.
not like
Okay,
that's
And nobody
like-
ever changes.
not really.
Yeah.
Did something 30 years ago.
Well,
and today
it's like-
you're a completely different person.
Yeah.
Except
Being-
for I think they should never let anybody out of prison. Once you commit a crime, you're never going to change. Keep them in there forever. I mean, wouldn't that be the smart thing to do? 'Cause
Sure.
nobody changes.
Because then there'd be like 4 billion people in prison right now.
Well, we're close anyway.
In this country, maybe. I don't know. All right, well, we're going to go to our last commercial break. When we come back, Luke might serenade us with a few songs.
I hope
and,
so.
yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, folks.
Dream
Stick
come
around. Crazy finale coming your way.
Unable to listen to the whole show? A recording of today's program will be available later today. Visit americamatters.us and click on the podcast link. Now back to the show.
Hello and welcome back to the fourth and final segment of the Rush Hour Radio Show. I'm your host, Pat Shillito. With me, as always, Jolton Jules Soldano. We got Austin Baca and Luke Westberg in here with us. Luke has a guitar, ladies and gentlemen. What is that? I know, multi-talented.
Crazy.
Luke, tell us a little bit about your song and then just go right into it, bro.
Okay. Well, like, I thought I would bring the guitar. I didn't ask you ahead of time because it's sort of always been a dream of mine to, like, have a song played on the radio, and now
There you go.
finally here it is.
Check off that
It's my
bucket
moment.
list. There you go.
Yeah, basically with this song, this girl was like, "Oh, Luke, you write a lot of songs. How come you've never written me a song?" So I'm like, "Okay, I'll write you a song." So I went home and I wrote her a song, and the title of this is called "I Wrote You a Song." It goes like this. If I were to write you a song, no, it wouldn't be very long, 'cause this is it. Thank you.
Yeah, right. That's like my favorite song ever.
Fantastic.
Pat, I think he's been to one of our dinner murder mysteries.
Oh, is
That's
it?
almost as short as our birthday song.
Oh, happy birthday. That's
Oh,
it.
I do have a birthday song too.
Do
I
you?
want-
Oh, you won't? Okay, all right.
Nah.
Well, okay. That's perfect. Well,
Dream come true.
At this pace, we could put in another 17 songs.
Yeah,
Sec-
I can do that. Like 3/4 of my songs are a little dirty, but I picked out a few that
Sure,
have
because
no curse
darn
words.
FCC always
Yeah.
telling us what to do. But
How much is a fine for like dropping?
Craig, keep,
Up to
probably.
$250,000.
Yeah.
Oh,
Plus, I
my.
think you lose your license or something.
Wow.
Yeah, you lose like
Yeah,
it's-
you guys
The
both
first
know
one, the
those.
first one is like $2,500.
Right, that's a
But
slap
make
on the wrist.
you can make a deal with them, pay them like $3 a month
Okay.
for the rest of your life.
But on the radio, I guess you're allowed to show nipples.
Sure,
Because
absolutely.
you can't see anything. And
Exactly. Only the Adam Levine.
Can you
nipples.
spell
Yeah.
out the word?
Just spell out.
I don't know. There's like
No.
some great. No, I can't even spell it out.
I can't even spell out like FU.
Well, you can say FU, but you can spell
Yeah.
out FU. but
CH.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
Can't
can't
do the
even.
rest.
Okay.
No.
Well, the way I spell, they would never know anyway. So
Right,
yeah.
you know, most of the world, nobody knows cursive anymore. So do you have any other musical selections
yeah.
for us, my
Well, I have another short song and then one that's a little bit longer.
friend? Okay.
The short song, or
Yeah,
you know?
well,
okay.
yeah. However you want to do it, man. We're
Yeah,
giving this
so-
whole segment to you,
Oh,
bro.
why
Pat's
not?
used to short things.
Oh, yeah.
Here,
Yeah,
I'll
so
show you.
I'm a really good person. Recommended by 9 out of 10 dentists. That's pretty good. Yeah,
really
so I
sweet.
care about the environment. So I wrote a song about the food chain.
Okay.
Plankton eat the sun, fish eat the plankton, sharks eat the fish just like sharks ate my Uncle Steve. Sorry, it's just kind of fresh. Blood in the water. Yeah, so my Uncle Steve, he was like my dad's brother, but now I guess he's my dad's half brother. I don't know how that works. Yeah. if there's one consolation, it's that my Uncle Steve died doing what he loved, being eaten alive by sharks. No, wait, it's scuba diving. He liked that way more than being eaten alive. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Is that the end of the song?
Yeah, that's the end.
How do you know that he liked it better? Did you talk to him after the shark ate him?
No, I didn't. It's just an assumption based off the National Geographic video. Well, like, it's like you can't hear people talk underwater, but it's sort of like having a good time or something like that.
That's pretty good. No, that sounded really good. Yeah, that's a good drowning impression. Anything else?
Yeah.
You want to share?
Well,
with us?
like, you remember the band from the '90s, Lit?
Yeah,
They're like the
unfortunately, I do.
band. Please tell me what. That's how they sang. And now they're a country band now. Did you know that?
Shut up.
No,
are you serious about this?
I'm being 100% serious.
Is this a joke? This isn't like a Hootie and the Blowfish thing. It isn't.
No, like, see, they've been writing country songs for artists since like 2011, and then they're like, well, why don't we just use them for ourselves? So they have a song like "Pump the Gas Fast" is their big hit. I don't know.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not a hit, but that's what they play.
The band.
But I'm just wondering, like, where'd you get that Southern accent from?
Yeah.
Like,
because I was in high school when their hit happened as Lit. Yeah.
They just have these fake Southern accents, and they're doing their thing.
Okay.
So, like, I'm from a small town in Illinois, so I'm more of a country boy than they are. So,
yeah.
So I wrote a song to prove how country I am.
Okay.
And it's called Country Boy. Goes like this. Just country boy, doing country things, like driving trucks and eating chicken wings. I'm on my tractor the whole live long day. Gotta harvest the crops, gotta bale some hay. Hey now, yee-haw, giddy up, y'all, time for a hoedown, where my boots at? Yee-haw, giddy up, y'all, time for a hoedown, where my boots at? Just country boy, doing country girls, whiskey tail and buzzing, wanna touch my cousin. My dog has cancer, my cat does too. Well, dirt to dirt, and dirt to do. Dirt now. Yee-haw, giddy up, y'all, time for a hoedown, where my boots at? Yee-haw, giddy up, y'all, time for a hoedown, where my boots at? Now it's time for the rap verse, cause every good country song needs a rap verse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know I like them country shorties, tanked up hotties, being naughty, rodeos and lassos and Texans, Republicans. They say rap and country they don't mix. This ill-advised verse is my proof of this. Right to the chorus. Yee-haw, giddy up, y'all, time for a hoedown, where my boots at? Yee-haw, it's obvious, y'all, I don't listen to country music. Where in the gosh darn heck are my boots? Oh, they're over there, next to my ice-cold beer. So that's that.
Fantastic.
That's my favorite country song of all time.
Oh, thank you.
Times.
Absolutely.
Of all
And
times.
I have dozens more songs.
I really appreciate that you went into like the traditional country part too, about like, you know, my dog left, this got cancer, and cat has cancer. Yeah, that's,
And they got to talk about like a cold beer.
yeah, cold beer and tractors. You hit all the bullet points of like every
am I
successful
missing-
country song. My wife left me, maybe. I don't.
Yeah.
Something about a pickup truck. I don't know. Did you get that?
Yeah, I said driving trucks.
There you
so.
go. Boom.
Yeah.
You nailed it.
I've had a lot of songs recorded.
Have you?
Really?
Yeah, every time they call me on the phone and they say, this will be recorded for whatever, right? As soon as the voice comes on, I say, you know what? I've always liked to have a song recorded. Could I sing a song before we talk? And I'll start singing. Everybody loves it, like Dean Martin, you know.
Of course.
And they hang up on me.
So that's the trick.
That's the trick.
Wonderful.
But I
Next
do
time
that,
I get a
swear.
call, I will make that phone call. I will. Well, that's awesome. So you incorporate your music into your acts.
Yeah,
right?
so basically, like, to break it up, I'll do like a few minutes of comedy, I'll play a song, and then go right back in the stand-up for a while, and then, yeah.
Who's your biggest musical comedian inspiration? Steve
Probably
Martin? Stephen Lynch.
Maybe Dimitri Martin.
Okay. I was kind of
yeah.
saying you have a very similar delivery
Yeah,
style.
I've been like compared to him
Yeah.
before. I don't know.
You could be compared to much worse.
Yeah, definitely. No, I like Dimitri.
Dimitri's
Martin.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's very cool.
But yeah, and then there's classics like Adam Sandler and
Sure.
stupid.
Stephen Lynch at all? Any fan?
Yeah, people are always saying, "Oh yeah, you got to check out Stephen Lynch," but I'm really not too familiar with him. But I definitely need to check him out.
Look up Craig Christ. That's
Craig.
probably his biggest hit. Yeah, it's about Jesus' brother Craig. It's very. I remember it when I was younger. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, that's awesome. So, and that really gives you a lot of extra flexibility with your
Yeah, it's
performing,
like
too.
I could probably do at least 30, 40 minutes of just songs alone. So
Boom.
it's
Headliner,
like,
just
yeah,
like that.
Exactly.
No
And you wrote them all.
Yeah, wrote them all.
That's fantastic.
Some of them must
And
have
I don't
took you
do
3 or
like
4
any
minutes.
parodies or anything like that. Just
No?
all
No
original.
parodies?
Well, because I do like original, like serious music,
Mm-hmm.
and then what I've started doing just in the last week, I'm like, I have these songs already written. Why don't I almost like parody myself? So I just change around the lyrics to be funny. Like I have this new song coming out where I say like a bunch of stupid stuff, and then I say, like I met this barista at Starbucks, and then she like took off her green apron and walked out of my life forever, and then I'm like, I let the love of my life slip through my fingers. I'm just like super melodramatic about it.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, Luke, I really appreciate you singing for us. Austin, of course, I love
Yeah.
always having
Thank
you
you.
come by. You guys are always welcome to stop by here at this show. If you've got more songs you want to try out,
Yeah,
you want
maybe.
to become another radio recording artist or anything like that, you're always welcome here on the show. I just want to make sure that before we go with our last minute, we promote any upcoming shows that you guys may have. Obviously, the Dead Panda Comedy Night
Yeah.
coming up February 22nd over at the Reno Improv. You've got a bunch of great comics there. This first one, Sarah Rooker, local favorite. Nick Taro, local favorite. Michael Graham, newbie. Aubrey Forston, local favorite. Of course, Luke Westberg as host. And then big Chris Tinkle. It's going to be a blast to have him. Then, of course, was it March 22nd?
Yeah. Nick
I don't-
Larson headlining.
Nick Larson headlining. He's got a podcast with Saul Trujillo. And then other local comics include Katie Welsh, J.J. Will, David Gamble, no Jr., and Nick Jostin. Of course, Luke himself hosting. Can't thank you guys enough for coming by on
Yeah.
the show.
Thanks for having us.
You're welcome anytime, folks. It's been another fun edition of the Rush Hour. Stay tuned. We've got guests all week, and we'll see you here at the same time, 5 to 6.
I'm going to this show on the 22nd of February. And it's not because I'm getting free tickets.